What is up, ladies and gents? We are back. I am the Guitarist 562 and I do video game guides and walkthroughs, and in today's video I am going to cover the Longbow, mainly because if somebody said that I take a while on covering the Longbow dagger, so I want to kind of make up for that. So again, to start off, I am hosting a giveaway for $40, $60, or no, $70 or $100 for the NA release. You have to be in the YouTube as a subscriber or be in the Discord. Anyway, moving on, check that out for more information in the Discord itself. So let's go ahead and go switch to the Longbow skills. So the Longbow, let's go ahead and slap on a couple different skills to see what we can do. Obviously there's going to be synergy with everything, but it's best to kind of work with everything as we go along. So let's reset all this because 54 points completely gone now. Let's go to the Longbow and start with Zephyr's Nock. If you didn't already know, the skills completely changed, but the passives seem to have remained the same. But these, when you unlock skill specials, it influences your overall damage. So Zephyr's Nock says attacking a target with Gale status that you applied will inflict additional damage per stack, which is equal to 25% of base damage. So let's go ahead and put that on. I don't see a Gale on there yet, but you know, let's go ahead and read that again to make sure that we understand, because you can read it and listen, but do we understand? Okay, so we don't have a Gale status effect on it. That's why I didn't do additional damage. Gale's applied not on this specific skill. Attacking the target consumes one target and the remaining cooldown 6% per remaining stack. I need to understand what that exactly means. It consumes one target. Okay, anyways, attacking while Whirlpool is active has a chance of 80% to add collision push. If the target is already in collision, it deals 450% of base damage plus 182 damage to an enemy within a 5-meter radius. So let's go ahead and put those both on. Nothing happened. And again, nothing's happening not because it's not working, it's because probably I don't have Whirlwind active, which is probably procced by Erupting Arrow. Where is it? Brutal Arrow right here. Let's see, right here, see? Arrow Vortex. So let's go ahead and put that on, just so we can actually get some synergy. Where is it? Right here. So let's keep it simple and not have too many stuff. Arrow Vortex, you already know when you shoot it, this is what happens. You see this little vortex right here? If you can't see it, look at that. So we don't got time to wait all day for that to come back, so let's go ahead and bring it back. Let's read it again. It creates an 8-meter radius of a whirlpool area on the current location for 6 seconds while throwing a projectile. While in whirlpool status, movement speed 20% up, I'm guessing for myself, and one additional stack when Whirlpool is activated. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that on so we can see what it looks like. And before we throw that on and do another skill, we're gonna make sure that this one's active as well. Well, okay, so that is the Whirlpool. Look how big that is. And then I didn't see much of a change even though those were activated together. So it's attacking while Whirlpool is active has an 80% chance to add collision push. So PvP skill, I won't be able to see it unless I have someone in front of me, but good to note. So let's go back. This is changes to tornado skill, creates a 4-meter radius tornado and that moves to the designated direction. Let's go ahead. Oh my god, look at that. It's massive. All right, they made one of the skills that were kind of lame and boring into something cool. So that was awesome. Definitely keeping that. Yeah, we're putting this back in. This is going to be good for mob farming, I'm assuming, and for large scale PvP. Like, that was disgusting. Okay. Ensnaring Arrow. Let's go ahead and put that on. It says Defeating a target that's at least 10 meters away from you has a 35% chance to reset the ensnaring arrow cooldown. That was a normal passive buff when it had pre-launch. So that just gets you back, gives it to you back. The next one says attacking the target consumes one target and bind oppresses duration for 0.2 seconds per remaining stack. Don't fully understand this just yet, but I'll figure it out. Attacking the target consumes one target. What does it mean? It consumes one target. I feel like it's lost in translation. One buff, one skill hit rate 20%. Okay, so don't really need to like showcase what that really does. We could go ahead and put that on. So if you really want to see, it's exactly as it reads. So don't really need to showcase that. This needs an example though. This is a PvP thing, so later on I'm gonna have to showcase that. Now, Decisive Sniping, max collecting time is increased and max damage additionally increased by 1%. So, $8,486. No buffs I'm using right now, by the way. But that was a pretty fatty arrow if you ask me. Let's go ahead and do that again. Let's read it. Oh, I think I know why. Boost damage against enemies with stun, sleep, bind, and collision. So. $8,959. Not bad. Let's go back. Okay. Oh, I didn't even click it on, did I? I'm a tool. Oh, let's go again. 4 seconds. Let's put this away. Let's go to max range. Max range is like right here. Okay, I messed up. So it looks like I can reset Decisive Sniping now. They increased the damage, it looks like, but it just sucks because before you could use it 3 times consecutively, but now you can't. $9,649. That's not bad. However, I kind of wish it was the way it was before. So reaches the maximum collection status faster by 20% while in Whirlpool condition. So you guys know what Whirlpool is. So I guess that's where the synergy comes in from. But then like I see the Whirlpool, but I gotta double check to make sure I see the buff right here. Okay, let's go back and see if we understand what's happening. It says able to move while charging. You already know what that is. So that's pretty cool. So you can hold it and then just tap it again and to release. That's how that works. It says changes to decisive bombardment, changes to a directional skill, attacks every enemy on its path. So one more time to show you the movement. And I didn't let go, so that means I didn't use it. So what happens if I move out of range? Nope, too far away from the target. All right, let's go ahead and throw it back on. So we want to be at the max range. Looks like it let me hold it for a little bit before releasing, so. So anything in its way would have got hit right there. Unfortunately, I still missed the old one. This is pretty cool. This was useful for PvP, not so much for PvE, so you could turn that off for PvE. Don't really need that unless you're stacking Whirlpool. Well, we don't know that for sure yet. Let's go ahead and look at the rest of the skills to see how they work in conjunction with each other. Boost damage against enemies with stun. That's cool. So I would definitely keep this, and this, and then this. But I missed. Anyway. Let's go ahead and remove all these. Strafing applies Gale for 6 seconds to the target upon attacks. Explodes on the 10 stack, inflicting 150% damage plus 45 to enemies. As you already remember in the crossbow video, Gale is the ability to it's kind of like, to me it reminds me a lot of like Mortal Mark. That's what it reminds me of, but in a different way. It explodes. So look, see, and then it's gonna disappear in a second. And if you don't reach the 10 stack, there's no point in having Gale. So that means you're gonna have to find another skill that procs Gale, otherwise it's not gonna explode. Moves 4 meters to the designated direction and attacks on first use. What? What just happened? Alright, let's double check and read that again. Moves 4 meters to the designated direction and attacks on first use. Okay, so like, I have to hold it? Okay, I move away. Okay, I move away. So from where I'm at, it moves away. So 3 seconds, let's test it again. I'm gonna stand here, watch from aerial view. That would be good for PvP, so you're not just a sitting duck. Pretty useful. Can't really see the justification in PvE. So, another PvP skill. Increases additional count used to 2. So you basically get your 3 back. Like your normal amount. So this, they kept it the same. This gives it the normal, what it used to be pre-update. This is new, and this is Gale. So you're gonna need... You don't need this. You're definitely gonna need these 2, so that way you could proc the explosion from Gale. So let's look, and then boom, explosion right there. And then I have to wait, and I can't use Blitz because it's a skill that uses its own cooldown to actually reset itself. Let's go ahead and read Decisive again just to make sure, to see if we can't reset the crit. Let's see. The skill effect is enhanced based on the collection time. Deals 740% of base damage plus 424 to 1000 plus blah. On hit, increase magic melee and range critical hit by 200 to 400 for 3 seconds. So to explain what that is, my crit is right here. 876. Another maintenance. Oh my lord. So now when I hit, it should increase it. Even though it doesn't show here, it's... Hold on. Let's see. Let me double check, because I'm pretty sure this is how it works. Hold on. On hit. So it doesn't matter if it crits or not. It just means it'll increase your critical hit rate. But it should have showed, but what I've learned about this game is some buffs don't actually show on your player. So moving forward, let's go ahead and check out the rest of the skills. This is how I would keep that. I like this. Let's go back and put that on. So let's go ahead. It has Gale. And then it's Zephyr's Nock. Okay, you saw that? It went from 4K to 6K. That's not too bad. So like this is how it is normally. 4.698. Okay, almost 6K. So I'm not on my max damage. I'm not using buffs either. Although before I could hit like 8 to 10K before the pre-update. So not sure what happened there. Did they nerf it? Does it do more damage based off the Gale stacks? Let's go ahead and check. Let's say what you applied, inflict additional damage per stack. Yes, which is equal to, so if you have it at, if you keep it at like 8, boom, there you go. Versus if I only had it at 2, it'd be less. So that'll influence the kind of rotation that you have for maximum damage. Alright, let's go to the next skill. We already did this. Nature's Blessing says while Nature's Blessing and Healing Touch are active on a friendly target, the target continuously heals for 130% of their own base damage plus 30 per second. Health regen 100 up, which is basically like, I think, what, 10%? Or is it 1%? I forget what 10 does. Yeah, I think 100 is 10%, and then boost by 50. So that's good. So as you have this on, I'll be able to basically heal myself. Let me make sure I have something else too. Let's see, 6. Okay, I don't like the way that works. Okay, let's go to the next skill, what it says. It says cooldown 3 seconds when weaken is removed. Okay. Creates 5-meter radius of whirlpool status on the current area. Okay. So now it creates a whirlpool. So at about 7 seconds, we'll be able to see that ourselves. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, God, I really hate that holding skill. Let's see. This is how I would have it. So like, see, I've already wasted so many points. Look, see, I'm already at 43. So you gotta remember, if I want to use these along with the staff skills, I have to be very choosy. All right, brutal arrow. Creates a gale area which inflicts damage on top of the location for 5 seconds and applies gales for 6 seconds to the target upon attacks. You already know what happens when you explode that. So let's go ahead and put that on. Where is it? Right here. See, I can, based off my range, I can hit. So it's just going to be good. Kind of like the way mages use bombing skills. Look. This kind of reminds me of rain from above from Bless Unleashed, but just smaller scale. Let's see if they increase the range the same way they have the Fountain of Life on support. Same thing with the meteor, bro. That'd be insanely OP. All right, it says attack range 2 meters plus. So what that means is, so you guys can see, this is my current range. Okay. And let me take that off. So the way the range works is, I don't know if you can see to the left, right there. That's as far as I can go. I'm at 24 meters. Okay. My max range on my character is 22.8. So 22 plus 4 is 26. That's pretty huge, especially since you can get your range to like 28 meters plus 4, that's 32. So that means there's more distance between you and the enemy. That's important for large scale. So definitely that's going to be a big game changer for large scale. Unable to use skill yet. Damn, I could barely reach. Okay, let's go to the next skill. Healing Touch. Applies a flash wave to a party member with Healing Touch that you applied, adds Healing Touch duration by 6 seconds. But what does Healing Touch do? Continuously heals a friendly target by 28% of their base damage for 6 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. So let's go ahead and put that on. There was Purifying Touch, there's Nature's Blessing, and now there's this. See, like, I'm healing, but now I got 2 stacks. And then I can do it again. And then let's read it right here. Purifying Touch. 28% plus, you know, per stack. Let's go ahead and let that disappear. And let's read it again and see if there's been any changes. 28% versus... Nope, still says it. All right, I'm at 104, 407, 307. Okay, that's a little confusing because I was healing for more. Now it's not. Okay, so let's go again. 101, 101, 103. Let's go again. 203, 203, 204. Okay. And the next skill, 304. Okay. Maybe if I keep doing it, maybe the numbers may change. Nope. All right, let's go ahead and go to the specialized skills and check out what this next thing does. So I can put this on a party member now. Did I have to hold it to apply it or what? Do I have to like select them? Or does it work for both of us? I think they added the skill for PvP. That's actually really cool. It says, when the effect ends, recovers health by 100% of base damage plus 10 per stack. So let's go ahead and do that again. So like the effect's about to end. And then here goes the final stack. And now when the effect ends, let's see the number. Jesus. You might not think that's a big amount, but look at how quick that is. All right, let's let the effect end. That was 1,200. Jesus, dude, that's... And the amount it's taking, the mana that it's taking is laughable. You gotta remember that it's not even upgraded yet. It's at green. So imagine this at purple. That's huge. All right, last healing touch mana cost 30% down. So that means you could literally just fight somebody. Throw it on. And then look at that. Useful. Let's turn this off. I hate hearing the auto attack. Deadly marker. Applies an additional stack against the target with deadly marker. But what does it mean by an additional stack? Let's go ahead and read that skill specifically. So deadly marker says, has a 90% chance to mark a target for 9 seconds. Your magic melee and crit increases by 220 for your party members when attacking the target. On every critical hit, you and your party members skill cooldown 1%. On marking a monster, only 50% of the cooldown decreases is applied up to 100 times. Not sure what that fully means. Let's go ahead and mark. So if I use Blitz, does it work again? There was 2. Okay. So let's go ahead and read that again. Applies an additional stack against the target with already deadly marker active. So that means I'm assuming that you can stack marks for increased cooldown. So as you guys saw, like 12 seconds for that. 15 seconds for that. Let's go ahead and increase the speed on that. And that's 40 seconds for that. Now let's try that again, but this time we're going to do it with mark. Well, while we wait for the cooldowns on those specific skills, let's go ahead and read the next one. Additional accuracy 150 for party members taking attacking a target with deadly marker. So this will probably increase people's natural hit rate, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's what they mean by accuracy. Not so much crit, but actual hit rate. Because accuracy is the amount of hit that you have. If you don't have enough hit, you're going to actually miss your hits. For example, low evasion players, you always hit if your hit is above 500 and their evasion is like 400. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and try that again. Mark. Oh my lord, I hate that so much. Empower some longbow skills. 10 stacks right there. All right, let's try that again. That was infuriating. Hold on, my headset's dying. I gotta switch. All right, so let's go to the next one. The next one is gonna be right here where it says we don't really need that. We have mark again, so let's go ahead and throw it up, bring it back, throw another mark, shoot. I didn't see any cooldowns, but I know it does work. It definitely works for other players, because whenever I have this active, so maybe this is more for team play. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna have to do some more play testing. Again, this is just an introduction onto what these skills do. All right, now let's go to the next one. Purifying Touch removes another debuff with a 50% chance. And cooldown 30% and applies 1 healing touch to the target upon removed. What's healing touch? Oh, right here. So now when the debuff is removed, it applies 1 of these for free. This can kind of get annoying, I guess, because like you'll heal someone, throw this on, then heal them with this. I mean, this is more for like Longbow wand users. This is going to be kind of OP. Honestly, if you're going to be a support player, I think that's the play now. It's Longbow wand, not so much staff wand. Staff wand is still viable, especially with the block giving you more mana, but this gives the whole group mana versus just yourself. So I think with this whole setup, it's going to help PvE a lot more for support Longbow wand users. What kind of debuffs? This is pretty good because, for example, let's say someone slept, you can purify them. If someone's stunned, you can purify them. This removes most of the debuffs. The only issue now is when other classes can instant cast things on you. For example, like wand user can sleep you and then you're instantly fell asleep because you can't remove that because you already slept. But if you want to see like what that looks like, let's go ahead and put on the Purifying Touch right here. So done. This purified myself because I have myself selected, but otherwise I'd have to select somebody else. Anyways, let's go to the next one. I don't really feel like we need to go over that anymore because it does exactly as it reads. All right, so Flash Arrow changes to Flash Whip skill, changes to directed skill, attacks every enemy on the path and constantly heals friendlies. What is up with these heal? They're just making the Longbow a support class now? A special skill that can only be grown with precious training books omnipotence. So let's go ahead and throw that on to see what that looks like. Where is it? Right here. So that was like Flashbang. If I remember Flash... The Flash removed anybody that was cloaked. So let's go ahead and read that again to make sure that's exactly what it still does. It says, not applicable to stealth by transcending power eclipse. Has an 80% chance to stun stealth enemies for 2 seconds. So not only does it remove stealth, but it does this. Changes to a flash wave skill. Attacks every enemy on the path and constantly heals friendlies. So this is kind of OP because if it's like a directional skill like this, we're gonna have to see the range on that. Well, while we still wait on the cooldown, let's go ahead and read the rest. It says flash arrow range 2 extra meters, flash wave projectile width 4 meters. An attack that has an 80% chance to apply weaken, which decreases accuracy for 300. So let's see. Oh my god. I didn't want to use that right away. Jesus. Jesus. Okay. Jesus. Let's see. Doesn't even say the range. Anyway, let's go ahead and add this. That is disgusting, bro. It did like 4,000, and in that range it heals people. They're trying to make large scale much more interesting with just AoE skills. Okay, I was kind of mad at Longbow, but now I'm not. Like, that is beautiful. So this is going to be good because not only do you hit people with the flash wave, let's say they have 1,000 hit. Now you hit them with a debuff of 300, so that means now they have 700 hit. So most players usually average around 3 to 600 hit. The better players who are actually good at that PvP and take time to build their classes have 900 up to 1,000 hit, and the greatsword melee users or metal users usually have 1,500 to 1,700 hit. And I'm talking on a general basis for, like, you know, melee or ranged or magic. Some people be like, oh well, no, with Mark I have this, or with, like, I don't want to hear about that because that's just single player versus another single player. I'm talking about, like, on average, that's what your hit's gonna be like. See, flash arrows, and it has a stun. So this will also heal people too. So I guess I can't use this with something else. Something's in here that's not letting me use it with something else. So I could either have this or this. I can't have either both. So either give them a 300 debuff or heal more players and stun them. I think the stun is actually a much more useful thing. And like, boom. And then just with Blitz, just go on another side. And do it again. Like 6,000 damage. That's better. Like, honestly, this skill is 10 times better than a meteor in a sense. Because look at that range. We're gonna have to go and play test this onto the island, but that's insane. All right, so this is one of the things I love the most about Blitz. It says, can be enhanced with limit break after the previous skill's cooldown resets. One active skill that is used after it becomes enhanced. Skills that can be enhanced: Decisive Sniping, Healing Touch, or Flash Wave. So I'm out of points because these are expensive. Look at that, 10, 7. Okay, so definitely want that. I'm not too worried about this. Oh, the width is increased by 4 meters. Definitely want that. And I'm good with that. So let's see. I need 10 points, but where can I lose it out on? I don't even need Decisive Sniping, bro. Like, that right here alone is nutty. Let's see. Don't need any of these. This is nice, bombardment, but you know, let's see. Don't really need this. And let's see, can we enhance with limit break? I don't understand what that means. What does that mean? Limit break. So let's go ahead and use the skill again. So look at that. That's the range right now. How can we test the width? Okay, we're gonna test the width like right here. That's with the plus 4 meter extra. So let's remove that and see how much I lost now. Okay, yeah, look at that. You notice a slight difference. You can't see it really, but look, I'm not touching the dummy right here. But now, with this, look at that. It might be just a slight amount, but that amount is enough to actually kind of be relevant. because it can either decide whether you hit someone or not hit somebody. Look at that. Boom. What just happened? So it just enhanced one of these skills because of this. And I just hit for 12k. I didn't get to see what I did with this one, but I just hit for 12k without any buffs. So I think that's what it means. It says, can be enhanced with limited break after the previous skill's cooldown resets. One active skill that is used after becomes enhanced. Okay, so that's what that means. And then cooldown 15 seconds. Well, we finally decided everything that we need to know about the longbow, so let's go ahead and see if we can get some mobs to see what this will look like. These mobs are obviously going to have a lot of HP, but I'm curious to see if it attacks in a huge line everything, or is it just a small area of effect. But so far, that flash wave is probably by far one of the best skills in the game currently, and if you have multiple players stacking that same exact skill, you're gonna be doing just all right. I don't see any mobs. I'm guessing they have... There's probably too many people killing all of these ads. Let's go inside and see if we can actually gather a good amount. Because I feel like Flash Wave is the play right here. I probably should have gone a Shadow Crypt, honestly. Yeah, like there's more people here. And that's the thing too, is that most people don't usually playtest or read their skills, so they don't even know what all of their skills do because of stuff like this. Okay, so I hit all of them. I messed up. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. I always want to know why this one's a different color than the rest. Does that mean that's going to be like a different drop? Alright, let's get out of here. With 15 seconds left, I'm going to go ahead and move to Shadow Crypt. Maybe it's a little bit easier there to pull mobs. But Flash Wave, I can only imagine how detrimental it's going to be in large scale PvP because of the fact that, let's say you're just sitting back there and you're just charging up with like 5 other longbow users and preparing for a Flash Wave. Not just that, but like let's say your melee users or your greatsword or your crossbow users are just like right in front of you and they just dump and just clear the entire path for you because of like multiple of those. Let's go ahead. It's about 4,000. $4,854. So it did a little bit more damage. I didn't get to hold it all the way because I don't want to get heavy attacked and then just get knocked out, so I didn't stop it. But that's a good introduction to all of the new longbow skills for skill specialization, and hopefully you guys got to learn a lot of stuff. But now we have to be wary of what skills we want to hyper focus, because like for sure you need these. This one, I feel like unless you're being longbow wand and not DPS, you don't really need that. I rarely use this, but I might start, so we could probably like remove that as well. But for PvP, I'm starting to get an idea of what we can definitely use for stuff like this. So let's go ahead and turn this off. And then later on, I'll explain how we can just maximize only the damage skills to be beneficial for PvE. Later, I'll make another guide for PvP skills. But other than that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you liked the video. It supports the channel. Subscribe and join the Discord, because I am still hosting that giveaway. I don't want you to forget. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm gonna keep doing this every single day. Thank you guys for continually watching this channel, because I do this for fun as a hobby. I literally just got on just to do this, and I'm gonna hop off again, and I'm gonna do this again tomorrow. I'm gonna focus on the greatsword, because the SNS translation is all over the place, and the wand, it's not as cool. I mean, it's cool, but you know, these skills are much cooler to see right now. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay blessed.